What's up, everybody? Happy early Thanksgiving. DJ Buck with you on Move the Sticks. Buck, what's going on, man?
Not too much, man. Look, it's a great holiday. It's a time to reflect and be thankful for all of the blessings that we have. I'm obviously thankful that you and our relationship continues to keep on, personal and professional. We've been able to do a lot of great things together. So I'm looking forward to many more projects that we can tackle and have a lot of success with.
Yeah, very thankful for you, man. We're going north of 20 years of being friends. We've been doing this show.
Crazy.
I think I just kind of lose count after 10 years on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll have been doing it for 19 years, and I'll still say we've been doing this a little more than 10 years. Because I stopped keeping track at that point in time. But no, it is fun. I got to tell you a funny story, by the way. I didn't tell you this yesterday, but I'm on the field before the game, and this is Ravens Chargers. Well, guess who's on the field? Dave Roberts. Friend of the show. Friend of the show. But Dave Roberts on the field with the World Series trophy.
I saw that. I saw him.
So
victory lap.
Employee of the Chargers doesn't know my baseball leanings and fandom. Comes over and he goes, "Hey, you should, a lot of people, everybody's taking their pictures." He said, "You should go get your picture taken with Dave Roberts in the World Series trophy."
Why not?
And I go, "Hey, man, I'm a Padre fan. This might be as close as I ever get to that thing. I'm willing to admit that. But I'll die before I'll ever pose for a picture with a Dodgers manager holding the World Series trophy. Like, that's not happening. No chance."
Oh, man.
I mean, that was tough. I mean, they introduced him and the stadium went nuts.
I saw
and
it.
I was like a silent protest up in the booth. I was a silent protester up in the booth. But you know what? Dave Roberts lives in San Diego. He's a San Diego guy. He's followed the Chargers since those days. So I still claim him as one of our own, even though he works for the Evil Empire.
And the funny, he worked for the Evil Empire, did a great time. We had a great time when he came on and we chatted.
He's great. He's a great guy.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. I give him a ton of credit. But yeah, I saw them parading around the first of the back-to-back trophies that could end up in LA. You know what I mean?
Oh man, dude, I'm telling you right now,
if Juan Soto can just, if he can just,
I kind of hope that he goes there. I told you that. I'm the only one. Of all my Padre fans, I'm like, they're all freaked out. I said, guys, this is what you want. You want Juan Soto to go. Let them feel the weight of expectation. That let them feel that pressure.
Why not have one? And Liberty has
how many MVPs do you need? Let's just get all of them. Just collect all of them.
I mean, get all of them, and then they spend a little time over in Japan trying to see if they can find another pitcher to bring over. So why not?
No, I think the Dodgers are going to get him too.
Why not? Get them all. Man. Let's get them all.
They're getting ready, and I begrudgingly say this. I'm a Padre fan, but I begrudgingly say this feels like the start of the Yankees Jeter years. Didn't they win they won 4 and 6 years or something like that?
4 and 6, they did.
Yeah, that's kind of looking like that could be coming here. And enough baseball. Let's get us to we got 3 games here, Buck. So why don't you get us to the game of the week?
It is time for Game of the Week presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. This week, it's the Dolphins at the Packers. The spread is -3.5 favoring the Packers. The over-under is 47. And look, let's be honest, our EPR producer, Nabil, wanted us to take a deep dive into the Packers because the Packers have been playing well. They're moving into contention. They're right on the fringes of being one of the teams to beat. So, yeah, we're going to take a deep dive in this. This will be a very interesting game because since Tua Tagovailoa has come back to the Miami Dolphins, the Dolphins look like a different team on offense. The speed, the explosiveness, the way they're able to get down not only vertically, but the horizontal catch and run game, it's going to test the Packers in a different way than they've been tested on defense this year.
I'm looking, we are at Green Bay, correct, for this thing?
Yeah. You're trying to see the
Thursday, it is going to be a high of 32, a low of 19, with 12 mile per hour winds. I'm just thinking back to when we saw how cold Tua looked in Kansas City in that playoff game.
He said, "Bring it on this week, though."
See what that looks like.
He said,
I don't know. They did not look comfortable in Kansas City in that weather at all. Which, by the way, can we take a quick pause on this? Because we'll get back to this game in a second. But as I'm thinking of this, I wanted to ask you this. I was talking with the GM the other day, and we were just kind of going over, hey, let's come up with some names. Like, who do you think are some names in this next coaching cycle? And just thinking of the Chiefs, He said, I think this is the year that I think Steve Spagnuolo is going to get one. That teams are going to say, look, that this is an experienced guy. He'll have the respect of the locker room. He's got instant credibility. His first time around was not. He didn't have a chance there with the Rams. And it speaks to him definitely deserving an opportunity, but also I don't know there's a deep bench of candidates out there either. So I hope he does. I think it would be great. I mean, their defense has carried their offense, which sounds weird to say.
Yeah, no. So DJ, that's the thing, because everyone, I think the speculation has been 7 to 8 jobs may open up. The next question I have: well, who gonna fill those jobs? Yeah, like who are the guys that we're ready to see? Because after you get past the Vrabel and Belichick guys as the obvious ones, then you have Ben Johnson. After that, you have a bunch of kind of unknown commodities in terms of like who we're talking about as candidates and those guys. I would think maybe Bobby Slowick would be in the conversation, but they've kind of come back a little bit. Who are the guys that are going to get opportunities this time around? And when we talk about the jobs that are available, some of these are going to be marquee, high-profile jobs. I don't know if you can live through on-the-job training for some of those things. Particularly, you talk about New York, and I mean, if you talk about the Jets for sure, but if the Giants open up, can you do that? Like, I don't know, DJ. It's a lot.
Yeah, no. Well, it was interesting. Back to that game though, with Miami going on the road to Green Bay. How does Miami hold up to the physicality? We saw Green Bay with the way they ran the ball with Josh Jacobs. How did the Dolphins hold up to that? And then just can they find any rhythm in the weather? I think those are the two things that'll determine that game.
Yeah, the rhythm in the weather is going to be significant. Here's what I'll say about the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers had built a team much like the Detroit Lions that they can lean into the running game. And as they're leaning more into the running game with Josh Jacobs, it allows them to not have to put so much on Jordan Love. We've seen Jordan Love get a little careless, a little reckless with the football. That is not a recipe for winning in the postseason. Matt LaFleur has done a really good job of diversifying the running game, really elevating Josh Jacobs and making him maybe the primary driving force of the offense. If they do that, man, it makes them a much tougher team because all of those weapons on the outside, Romeo Doubs and Wicks and Reed, like they can give you problems trying to match up with all the things that they can do.
Yeah, man, we'll see. I'm anxious to see on the Miami side of things, Chop Robinson, if he can build off the game he had last week, sack and a half last week, he looked good. So give him some edge presence, some edge rush there will be big. Short week, man, it's tough, man. You go on a Thursday, short week, cold weather. If Miami wins that one, I think that would get them back to 500. I believe they're 5-6. So that gets them back to 500. And now all of a sudden they are right in the thick of it, man. That's a heck of a comeback.
Yeah, that's a heck of a comeback. And they are right in the thick of it if they can get back in this. To me, DJ, this is the one. They've only had really a day and a half to really get ready for the Packers. You think about traveling on a Wednesday, not being able to fully get ready to go. You're doing walkthroughs and those things. All the advantages are for the Green Bay Packers. But if the Dolphins can summon up a little more emotion and kind of use that to maybe get them into the late stages of the game before they can kind of win it with execution, maybe, just maybe, they can get a win. But I'll say this, if they win, it'll speak to the toughness that they may have discovered that they didn't have in previous years.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a fun game. I think that's clearly the game of the day. No question, Buck. So I'm excited to sit down and watch that one.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code MTS. New customers can bet just $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code MTS. The crown is yours.
Bears Lions. Gosh, can the Bears can they just be around in the fourth quarter of this game? Let's start there.
Yeah, throw the records out.
I know it's a rivalry game, but I mean the Lions just been running through everybody. So my question is not can the Bears win. My question is can the Bears be in this game in the fourth quarter?
I think they can be in the game to the fourth quarter. Thomas Brown's going to give them an opportunity to do it because he's really simplified everything for the quarterback. The quarterback has played better in his 2 starts under Brown, but it starts with the running game. You have to be able to run the ball at the Lions because I can tell you, having been in that building, if you get into a 7-on-7 contest where you have to throw it all over and their crowd gets into a feeding frenzy, it is really hard on your offensive line to deal with the noise in Ford Field and deal with all the animals that they have coming at you. I mean, they have speed and quickness and power and explosiveness at a point of attack. And the young secondary is growing up leaps and bounds every week. Really good defense that you have to face. I think is important for the Bears to get off to a quick start.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Caleb does. Coming off the best game of his career, he's gotten comfortable with Thomas Brown calling plays. Can they get off to a fast start? They finished up well last week. He made that, an overtime contest, had a chance to win it against the Minnesota Vikings, but need a better start against the Detroit Lions. I'm excited to see Caleb. And this is the fun thing, and this is why, we talk about quarterbacks bringing hope. If I'm a Bears fan, I'm not really getting caught up in wins and losses at this point in time. I want to see if Caleb Williams can keep getting better and better and better. And I know now we've got some exciting things to build upon going into next year. We'll see what they do with the coaching situation. But there's reason to watch this if you're a Bears fan. Just you want to see Caleb just continue to take strides. Don't take sacks. Get the ball out. Be decisive. If they give you opportunities with your legs, take them. But I'm excited to watch him on a big stage here on a Thursday night.
Yeah, more importantly, I'm excited to watch this team take on the NFC North leaders. We talk about building your team to win the division. You're going to get an up close and personal view on what it takes. Right now, everyone is talking about this is the model team to be. So can you envision your team being more like the Lions in terms of their roster construction? Because if you can do that, it's going to give you an opportunity to be one of those last teams standing eventually in the tournament. Great test for the Bears. I'm looking forward to watching it.
All right, those I would say that the A game we went over, the B game we went over. This is very much the C game. Giants, Cowboys.
You know what? Well, not really. Like DJ, this is the game where the food coma should hit you. Like I don't know. I don't know when you normally eat, but like food should be served like right at the end of the first game, right before the second game. So then you can eat, get a big old plate. And if you tend to nod off the second half of this game, it's okay because now you can wake up and catch the Dolphins and the Packers. So my plan is eat right before this game, the Cowboys and Giants, maybe take a little baby nap, a little power nap, and be ready, fully frothy, ready to go eat dessert while watching the Dolphins and the Packers later.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair move. By the way, side note, what do you are you a keep your food separated or you let them kind of mingle together on the plate?
Like they can touch a little bit. I don't need them all mixed up. It's not succotash.
Really? I like the corn. I like the corn, the stuffing, and the mashed potatoes to kind of get to know each other a little bit.
Like I might be a little more compartmental when it comes to eating and those things, but I'm that. But the one thing that I'm okay touching. A little cranberry sauce and stuffing. I'm okay with I'm okay with cranberry sauce stuffing.
On cranberry sauce. I can't ride with you on that. No.
You don't like cranberry sauce?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna share Brooks' family secret, and my mom would be so mad if she ever got wind of this, but I don't care. So, so for me, Thanksgiving was always about the cranberry sauce, right? Okay. And for so long, DJ, I used to go. I'm well into college, and I hate to admit this. I'm well into college, like going and being like, okay, we got the cranberry sauce, whatever. But then I always wondered, like, man, what kind of special dish does my mom have to have the cranberry sauce with the ridges? It has this special design in it. DJ, I wasn't into my 20s that I realized that my mom was dropping the cranberry sauce out the can, that it wasn't homemade cranberry sauce, but the ridges were the edges of the can. So
that's funny.
Don't tell Mrs. Brooks, but her cranberry sauce is my favorite, even though it's straight out the can.
That's fantastic.
This since I was a kid.
That's so good. There's nothing wrong with that, man. That's a win. She found a win. Take it where you can get it. That's outstanding. Now I'm a huge, and this is the nice thing, since they used to be just 2 games, right? Forever it was just the Cowboys and the Lions.
Yeah.
And we had the third game. The night game. Fantastic, because you get the turkey.
The leftovers.
Game. It's the turkey sandwich game, though. To me, the turkey's fantastic, but I think the turkey sandwich at night is even better than just the turkey by itself.
Yeah, DJ, because it's funny, right? Because you got to pace yourself, right? You got to make sure you don't go too hard too soon. And what used to get me, I would do the turkey trot early in the morning, come back, right? The Detroit Lion games. So now I'm ready. I'm ready to dig into it. I've run a little bit. I've exercised. I burned my calories. So now I'm ready to replenish. I'm going to eat a lot. And then what would happen, I would overeat during the second game, take a nap, and then about the fourth quarter, the hunger pains would come in again, and that would be the turkey sandwich game. But when do I mix in the dessert? Like, when did you get? I mean, it's 3 games. What dessert after the second game? Is it during the third game? It's trying to figure out when is dessert time. Like, that is.
I'm not proud to say it, but I'm not afraid to double up. I'm not afraid to go lunch, dessert, sandwich, dessert later. So you get a lunch dessert, and a dinner dessert. And that's a different dessert. That's maybe a little pumpkin pie after the main lunch, and maybe a little apple pie with a little ice cream for the post sandwich dessert.
Man, DJ, you nighty night by 9:30.
Oh yeah, I put you to sleep. That's food tranquilizer. That's food tranquilizer.
That's the finisher. That's the finisher. If you're having apple pie with ice cream during the third game, you're not even seeing the end of the third game. Like,
no, it's not happening.
The third game is watching you. Yeah, like, no, that's
So we hit the food. Is there any? Give me one reason other than Malik Neighbors for your rookie draft to watch Giants Cowboys.
Let's see. It's a division rivalry. You never know what's going to happen when these two teams square off. You're hopeful that you're going to get a good game. But to me, coming off the heels of all the conversation coming out of New York, man, the New York Giants have to put up a better effort against the Cowboys. Shouldn't be hard because of the rival, but I mean, you got to see more toughness, more of those things. Like when your number 1 pick, Malik Neighbors, talks about the team being soft and it's not a quarterback issue and those things, man, I'm paying close attention just to see the energy and intensity from this team. Do they still believe that they can get it done with the people that are leading them, or have they already started thinking about vacation? They packed it in.
Yeah, well, that wasn't great. I still think I'm going to take a nap, but I appreciate the effort there trying to get me to watch that thing. The Giants Cowboys. That's a C game for the day. Nothing wrong with a C game. A C game's better than no game, so I'll take it. All right, we take a quick break. We'll come back with a little Hot or Not right after this. All right, Buck, it's time for Hot or Not, brought to you by Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage. This is a time where we can look at some of the guys who've done well, and I don't know we need to go outside of one position because it's kind of been the running back year and definitely the running back week with what we saw. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, and crew. It was an awesome, awesome week for NFL running backs.
Yeah, DJ, like I'm telling you, man, that these guys are going to turn the running back market back on its head, because what we thought about the running back position and the devaluation of the position and those things, we're having to pivot and change. And a lot of it is not only due to the talent of the guys that we're talking about, like Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. Look, they're terrific in their own right. But because offenses adapt to defenses, when defenses started parking the safeties in the parking lot, putting them 15-yard deep with various 2-deep looks, it brought the running back into the picture, because now the only way that you can counter that is you have to run the football. And even though more defensive coordinators are willing to die what we call the slow death, hey, let them get 5 or 6, 7 yards, but then in the red zone, we'll tighten up. The production that you're seeing from the running backs and the way that you eventually have to drop someone in the box to account for them creates more big plays in the passing game. We're seeing a little bit of a renaissance at running back, and it's the perfect storm. It's the talent of the players, but also the trend of the defensive coordinators playing more too high looks that have allowed these guys to have this kind of success.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it last week in person, just watching Derrick Henry and a Chargers team who deploys the most light boxes of any team in the league. So, okay, you can't really do that against Derrick Henry. So now you're having to play 7-8 man fronts, and you don't have a lot of practice experience doing that. So, your fits are not all dialed in. So it's going to be an adjustment period. I did talk to a GM the other day, though, and we were talking about running backs, and I was making the case, and he's like, yeah, I'm still not taking one in the first round. So there are still some folks out there that they're just not gonna do it. But I'm looking at these names right here. Josh Jacobs, high first round pick, obviously on his second team. Saquon Barkley, high first round pick on his second team. So there's a case to be made. Well, maybe we can find one in free agency. Maybe we can find one later in the draft. But talent is the talent, man.
Yeah, the talent is the talent. And I would say this. It doesn't have to be first round, but I think second round has always been the sweet spot. If you look at the history, you've always been able to find marquee guys in the second round. Derrick Henry being a second round pick would lead me to think that you can find one. Really, though, it's the job description. What's the job description now? For so long, people were trying to do it by committee. I don't know, DJ, watching the success of Barkley and Jacobs and Henry, I kind of feel like I need to have an established number one and then I can get some other guys. I don't know if we can do the timeshare at the position and have the kind of success that we want to have.
No, I'm fine having, a power back and a speed back, but one of them's got to be special. Hopefully two, but one of them's got to be special at what they do. And that's definitely the case with Saquon, 26 for 255, over 300 yards total. Josh Jacobs, 26 for $106, 3 rushing touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 24, $140. These guys are, the offense is literally running. They're running through these guys.
Hey, TJ, how long has it been since we've talked about guys consistently getting 20 plus carries? Remember, that used to be the requirement. When we were scouting, we talked about a running back and a guy that was deemed a workhorse running back. At a minimum, he had to have in his history that he told it 20 plus times. Like, that was kind of a light day. Looking at 26, 26, 24, we're back to the numbers that a marquee back should put up when he's a workhorse. And I'm willing to pay the kind of money for that kind of production. I don't want to pay high-end premium prices for guys that give me part-time production.
Well, it's going to be a poster game. It's going to be the running back poster game this weekend when you have Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry squaring off Eagles-Ravens. That is going to be a fun one. That was this week's Hot or Not segment, brought to you by Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage. Store more and do more with your data. Try them for free at wasabi.com. All right, Buck, anything else you want to add before we get out of here and get an early start on Thanksgiving preparation?
Make sure you get your cranberry sauce. Make sure you have the sandwich and the bread. What kind of bread do you use for the turkey sandwich?
So here's the trick is you got to go with the Hawaiian rolls, man. You can go with the Hawaiian rolls, and then you can also go, if you can get a little honey mustard, you can go Hawaiian roll, split that thing open, put the little turkey in there, put just a little tiny bit of honey mustard, shut that thing, and off you go. It's little sliders. It's like turkey sliders.
I see. This is intentional. You may be making a grocery store run on the day of to make sure you got enough Hawaiian rolls, Hawaiian rolls to be able to get there. Like, it might be, you know what? Hey guys, I'm gonna slide to the store right quick. Just go right there, get a fresh batch of Hawaiian rolls to be able to.
Let me give you a little tip too. You want to open up those Hawaiian rolls and you want to put those in the toaster oven. Just let them get a little crispness to them. Bang them. You will thank me. You'll thank me, Buck. Give that a try.
There's not many things better than a nice little Hawaiian roll. I think it kind of tops off everything.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, again, thankful for you, thankful for Nabil, thankful for our whole team here at NFL Media, and it really is like a family. Thankful for all you guys for watching and listening over a decade plus, because we're just going to stick with that. Even if we've been doing this for 20 years, we'll just stick with a decade plus. But again, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. So much to be thankful in our lives, and we're thankful for you. And we'll see you next week right here on Move to 6.